Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
And eatings, I'm the captain.
And we are in awe of this absolutely phenomenal stack to our left-hand side, the EVH 5153.
Been trying to demo this, and also its baby brother, the 50-watt one, all year.
But we can't, or couldn't.
I know. Every time Chappers says, I'm coming in next Wednesday, no problem, we got a 5150, we'll demo that. And then 5 minutes before Chappers gets here, one of you people just buy it and we don't have one to play.
And we know why now, because it's phenomenal.
It's mental. Yeah. So, 5150 history, you guys know that originally Van Halen had a deal with Peavey. They made the 5150. It became one of the biggest, kind of most popular selling high gain amplifiers of sort of modern times. Eddie split with Peavey, decided to go down his own route, has his own brand now called EVH. It works in conjunction with Fender. And this is now the EVH 5153. Similar kind of idea, so, you know, very much in that high gain ballpark. Powered by a crazy 8 12AX7 preamp tubes and 4 6L6 power amp tubes.
It's a lot of glass.
There's a lot of gain in the tubes in the preamp section here. Pretty straight up really, 3 channels, foot switch that'll go between those 3 channels, effects loop that the foot switch also will operate. Comes in either black, which is what you're seeing here, or a kind of cool ivory colour, which is cool. The 4x12 is loaded with an EVH custom designed Celestion G12. It's just insane. I mean, we are on volume levels no higher than, I think our loudest channel is on about number 3.
Yeah, this is it's a real monster in the room, because you can physically feel it when you play. Yeah. It's a real experience. Yes. It's the kind of thing you'd have behind you and you would feel, you know, like a warrior of sound.
This is by far one of the loudest demos that we've ever done. We've got a couple of guitars here. We've got the Wolfgang, suitably named after Eddie's son, who incidentally is playing bass with Mark Tremonti at the moment, which is bizarre. These, again, originally started life as a guitar that he made with Music Man. I'm trying to remember what it was called now.
Music Man Wolf.
Was it just the EVH or the Wolfgang? Anyway. He, again, now that he has his own brand, EVH, that he's designing, this is the latest sort of incarnation of that guitar. According to the web, it's basically was a guitar that he toured the prototype through sort of 2007, 2008, made lots of adjustments to it until he was really, really happy with it, and then it went into production sort of 2009. Rob's got an American one here. I've got a Chinese one here. The spec is, you know, bizarrely almost identical between the two. 25.5 inch scale length, compound radius fretboard, his own design humbuckers, Floyd trem with the detuner design in it.
I would say it's mostly aesthetics. There is a difference in the tone, a big difference in the tone, but in terms of feel, I mean, you know, it really is a close thing. Yeah,
big price difference as you'd expect on sort of American versus Chinese. I guess it's kind of, as always with Chinese sort of stuff, the value is in the Chinese model, but for the pro guy who just goes, look, you know, I've got to pay that little bit extra to get that little bit of extra sort of quality and tone, he's going to go for the American one. But you're going to hear them both.
The cool thing about Van Halen, we were saying earlier, is that kind of like, you know, Les Paul.
Yeah.
Although he was an amazing musician, you know, and just played some phenomenal stuff, you can get a Les Paul and not play Les Paul's music, and it's just, it's a signature, but it's become more than that. And what Van Halen's done with this amplifier is make an amplifier that is phenomenal for rock, metal, blues. So you're going to see Captain playing some blues in it. You don't even need to be a Van Halen fan to take that amplifier and play incredible sounds.
The 5150 has definitely transcended.
Yeah, it's gone past it.
We both said transcended at the same time.
5 it. Boom!
And it just doesn't seem, you know, you can just be a fan of the tone of the amplifier and ignore the Van Halen connection. So, let's play.
next.
Okay, you are hearing some reverb at the moment, which is either coming from this pumpkin or from this Wampler reverb pedal. You decide.
That's insane. It's absolutely insane. The amount of thump you get from the low end and the available tone and just the feel in the room is so natural.
The bass end is phenomenal,
it's just
isn't it?
really, really great amp. It's a great amp. It's a little bit Soldano-y in some places with the lead sounds.
I suppose all that kind of, there was, if you go right back to Eddie's original tone of maxed out Marshall amplifiers, all literally on the verge of about to explode. I suppose there probably is a lot of similarities between those and Soldanos, but this is definitely the preamp element of this has taken it to a whole different level.
What? Actually, it's funny you said the whole overdriven Marshall thing, because what it's done is it's retained that crunchy, full fat, guttural sort of feeling, but smoothed it and given you the saturation that you don't get with that kind of JCM grunt. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Best of both worlds.
It is just amazing seeing how many tubes are in this thing. Two enormous transformers either side.
Which one's
called?
Is it Jazz?
I think it's Jazz and Autoconbot or whatever his name is.
I was going to see if you knew the Transformers names, but you clearly don't.
No, I do.
I gave you Jazz.
Prime.
Oh, well done for getting Optimus Prime.
The most famous one of all. Megan Fox. I would transform her. I think we should just run through the same three kind of sounds on the Chinese one.
Let's do that with the Chinese one.
Which is called a Wolfgang Special. Actually, I've just noticed as well that the American one's got like kind of a beveled sort of arched top, hasn't it? Whereas the Special
this is slab,
slab body, isn't it?
I mean, if you when you're playing it, the feel is very, very similar. This has got a slightly fatter neck, actually.
Right. Let's go back to channel Uno and switch standby on. You can always tell when Rob's enjoying himself. Take us through that detuner thing that both guitars have got.
Yeah, this is the first time in my entire career I've ever used them. So I'm really quite surprised at how easy it is to use. You just literally grab this little slippery tail here, pull it and release it, and you're in standard or drop D. So pull it out and you're in drop.
How does it compensate then for the tension difference, you know, on a Floyd Rose if you put it to drop
because
D?
well this tremolo is set so it doesn't back pull. No, it can't back pull.
Right.
It can only down dive. So it's great because you can do all your country bends and dual bends and keep the tuning stability between the two notes. So you can do your kind of.
Sorry, that'd be acoustic.
That's all right, but you can do that. The second note isn't detuning because it's just stable. And then you can whack it out and.
That's cool.
It's really, really fun, and it means you don't have to go. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm in. You know, I make that noise when I'm tuning. You see, that's what I do. Can you tell we're excited and vibey?
We are,
because this is a great amplifier.
And we've both drunk one of those enormous cans of Monster caffeine drink as well. I had another question, and I forgot what it was.
Was it that this is a basswood guitar with 25.5 scale inch radius, compound radius, custom designed Floyd?
You sound like Phillips reading a spec sheet. No, that can't have been it, and I just can't remember what it was. So let's. Was it that I was going to say, is there anything you wanted me to do EQ wise to kind of get it? You know, do you want to hear?
You know what?
Oh, and we've got to do how loud it is.
Normally, yeah, we'll do how loud it is. Normally, this is the point where I go, oh, let's have a little bit more gain, or you know, but no. I mean, it's just we didn't really do a lot to it, did we?
No, I mean, again, this has been my standard sort of feeling on amps for about the last 3 months now of doing the video demos, that the best sounds all seem to be with everything at 12 o'clock.
Because they spend a lot of time engineering R&D just to get it
and I kind of think, I think for me now, all I would use the EQ for is to compensate for maybe where a venue is lacking or perhaps a guitar is lacking. But actually, if you're happy with the tone of your guitar, chances are, you know, the amp's going to sound good at 12 o'clock on everything.
Yeah, if you've got another guitar player and a really loud bassist, a bit more top end, and if you've got a massive audience, you know, then just more volume.
But let's how loud it then.
We're going to how loud it. Before we do, if you've got any questions about the EVH 5150 Mark III, then please leave them in the comments section below, and myself or Lee or an assisting minion will answer the questions or comments for you.